Hi and welcome to day 8 of our start in Medieval Dynasty. So where we are is I put a bunch of buildings up last night. So I've got 2 more villager huts up over there. So we have a total of 5 villager huts now, 1 for us of course, but it means that we can hire 8 people. Now if we just take a quick look at our people, we've only got 3 so far. Now I also got a farm hut up overnight, put it next to the barn there. And we did hire this woman who had a 3 skill in farming, and we put her in the barn just because we didn't have the farm hut. What I want her to do is get all of our farming done, so I'm going to put her in the farm shed instead. Now if we look at management and we go to the fields icon here, I got rid of the 2 4x4s that we had, and we've now got a 6x6. We can expand this later. So that field has had no work put on it whatsoever. So it needs to be grubbed up, it needs to be fertilizer, and then re-grubbed up. Yeah, we still got Alvin with us. So she will now do that for us. But one thing we can also do, if we go to management and go to fields, and click on these fields, there's been no instruction on what to plant. So if we go to this icon here, we can go change plant type. Now one of the few plants that we can plant in the autumn is rye. So we're going to instruct her to plant rye. So left mouse click and just drag down and go escape and F to accept. That will now plant this whole thing as rye. If we just look onto that, there's all of our rye. So we're going to have to actually go get the rye seeds because we don't have any. But she will make a start on that, and we just got to make sure she has the rye seeds by tomorrow. Now, what else? None of them are awake, I don't think. Let's have a quick look. So we can actually romance these people while they are in the village, but they're not awake at the moment. What else? If we just look at our quest, I've got some skills to spend, hang on. That would be from all the tree cutting last night. So let me see, this is production. So crafting knowledge, we're maxed out. So we don't have anything in a level 2 yet. So we have to put 1 point in either handyman, which allows us to insulate walls, or builder, 5% slower durability loss of hammers. So we're going to want to be insulating walls eventually anyway. It's one of the requirements that, so let's do that. Because if you just go back to people, if ever you want to get this up to 100%, you're going to have a fully insulated house. So that's something we'll do. Alright, now just looking at quests. Now Unigos, we got to go to Hornica and find Kestrel. Or we do this one, go to Gazella. She's in Lesnica. Now the trouble is we've got Alwyn tagging on, so we can't take a taxi. So we're going to have to run to Lesnica, which is what we're about to do. So here's the route we're going to take, and I'll skip the journey unless there is something interesting along the way, but I'm going to head along this path here. Take the left fork there and head up to Denica, and then go across to Lesnica. So let's start the run, and I'll stop and be back if we come across anything interesting. Actually, before we go, there's just one thing that I got confused about on more than one occasion. If we just go to management and then we look at buildings, and let's just go to the barn here. And we look at what we had her assigned to do. So we had her on fertilizer. Now, I thought this was where she looked for the rot, because this would be converting rot into fertilizer. I thought this was where she would be looking for it, but no, this is the destination of the product that she makes. And easily confirmed here. I keep getting confused by this, because it doesn't tell us anywhere that it looks in food storage for the rot. So if you look at the hunting lodge, so the meat goes, so this is the destination, goes into food storage, as does the dried meat. Leather goes into resource storage, so this is destination. Anyway, this will clear that up. Alright, onward and upwards. Okay, so first stop along the way, we just found a loot drop area. So if we just go to map, we're actually not that far away from home here. So we just went past the bottom of this path, and we're right here. Alright, see what we got. Apple tree seeding. Okay, salted meat, can sell that. Mead, sell that. We'll take the logs, might make us a bit heavy. Stone axe, take it, sell it as soon as we can. So what else we got here? Nothing. Okay, onwards. Now, just pausing at this point here, there is a cart, firstly, but it's just at the start of this fence here. So if we look on map, it's right here. It's basically at the fork. And ahead of us there in those trees, that is a bandit spawn area. But we also have this cart here on our left. So poison, we would get to use that later, but for now we'll probably just sell it. Potion of strength. Potion of sobriety. That's interesting because we are actually going to need that. Just go to J. And we go to Unigos. As soon as we go to find Kestrel, we're actually going to be tasked with finding one of these. And as we've just found one, we want to make sure that we hang on to that. Okay, so that's nothing more there. Nope. So onwards. So yeah, this is a loot spawn area. I remember retiring back to that fence there and playing around with them a bit. Sorry, a bandit spawn area right here. But nothing there today. Okay, on towards Denica. Okay, coming into Denica. We don't want to stop here because remember we're actually heading for Lesnica here. So let's just head straight through here. We don't. Oh yeah, we do actually have a bit of trading. Matilda, she's a trader. So I think get rid of the apple tree seedings. If we want to set up an orchard later on, we'll go buy the seeds that we want. Get rid of the apple wine. Get rid of the mushroom. Don't really need that. Cabbage seeds. The only reason we got this on us is that it's excess to requirement. I kept 32 cabbage seeds in the resource storage. So this can be sold off. Fur boots. We put that on because we actually got cold last night, especially when we were wet. So you get cold during the night in autumn without some assistance, which suggests that coming into winter we're going to need some more warmer clothes as well. Mainly a fur hood of some description. So we're going to have to deal with that at some point. Keep the logs. Mead we don't want. We sell the oat ale. Now we can sell the poison. That would be useful later, but not now. Now I think we want to keep this. Potion of instant healing. Sobriety we definitely want to keep because we're going to have need of that in a little mini quest later. Potion of strength now. Roasted meat, salted meat, get rid of that. Simple torch, we've got 2 of those, don't need them both. Stone arrows we'll keep. Stone axe we can get rid of. Trousers with cuffs and watermelon. Okay. So that gets rid of some weight anyway. And it also puts our money up to, yeah, we're pretty good on money for now. Because coming into winter, it looks like we're probably going to have to buy some more clothes. And that could be quite expensive. Alright, now coming into Lesnica. So we're up here. Lesnica is straight ahead, and what we're going to find is that there is a, I don't know what it will tell us, discovered animal spot pigeon. So this is actually, if we go down the path here, it will tell us that that is a wolf spawn spot down there. So we haven't discovered it yet. So we actually want to keep to the left here if we can, so let's do that. Yeah, discovered animal spot wolf. So you look at where they actually are. They're on our right, so we're actually going away from where they are. If we get attacked by one over here, it's likely to be just the one. So we can beat that off with the axe, not a problem. The only thing is when you get ganged up on by 2 or 3, then it's a problem. So we come to this intersection here. Let's just hit the map. So we are right here. So it's a straight run up to Lesnica, and we got some barrels on our left hand side. Now this is salt, tin ore, iron ore, and some more iron ore. So we can either sell or keep that. It's not worth too much. But Lesnica is straight ahead. And we made it without getting into a wolf fight. As mentioned, the wolves are over there. Keeping to the left, we're good. I have seen bandits around here. Specifically around there, but not today. I think this is also a wolf spawn spot over here. Maybe I'm thinking of Rolnica. Anyway, let's go straight to Lesnica. Okay, coming into Lesnica. So the first thing we want to do is see if we can hire anybody. So what's she got? Now, she's got a 3 in production. So do we want somebody else in production at this stage? We've only got the workshop. And that can only take one person, so I think not. We are going to need some more people in production later on, but not today. Alright, what's he got? Nothing that we want. Okay, let's just get the romance thing done on her. Seem very interesting to ask you something. So first batch of questions, doesn't matter what we ask. It's all positive. Alright, so she has to think about it at 16. Meantime, we had to speak to this woman called Gisela. And her hut is up here. Let's do this. There she is. Gisela, hello, my friend Owen would like to buy a bow from you. Did your friend lose his tongue? No, of course not. It's just that I'm more of a trader. Talker. Show us your wares. Alright, so we've got nothing to trade, but if we just go to Alwyn's story now. So talk to Alwyn. Let's do that. Okay. She seemed annoyed and probably didn't kill anything in a long time or anyone. Well, you already have a bow, experience will come in time. No problem any time. Alright, so that's that done. We can now take taxis because Alwyn's off our back. And wait for the next day. And we got 20. Oh, we still don't have our 20 copper arrows. Yeah, we have to do all this to get our arrows. Okay. Next, Hornica. Because the next quest that we have to do is this one, and to go find Kestrel. So let's go do that. So our first trip to Hornica. There are how many traders? 1, 2, 3, 5 traders here. I think it's 5. And we've got some potential employees. So remember, we won extraction. So what's she got? That's 3 in hunting. Hard to see. 3 in hunting, 3 in diplomacy, so no. Ooh. So she's got 3 3s there. So if we just look at what the 3s are, it's 3 in extraction, 3 in hunting, and 3 in production. So we want to hire this woman. Okay. Sorry, let's go E. I'm creating a new settlement. I'm looking for good people. Great, see you there. So let's give her a house and everything straight away. So that's Radomira. So empty slot. Oh, should have romanced her, but we can romance them back in the village, so we can do them all in the same place. So empty slot. So 2 empty houses. Okay. And empty slot workplace. Now, these are all our 3s. So we've got somebody in the workshop already. So we need a lumberjack and a water carrier. I'm going to go lumberjack to start. Get some wood incoming. So she's now assigned. She has a house and she's assigned to a workplace. So let's just go to management and buildings. Now we need to tell the woodshed what we want it to do. So edit assignments. So let's tick all of these, which will bring all 4 across to here, so that we can assign time to whatever we want. So escape and F. So I'm guessing to start with, majority of the time will be on logs. We've probably got enough sticks in the short term. So I'm just going to go 50% logs for now. So that's going to generate 19 per day. So firewood, if we go 25%. So that's going to be needing 5 logs per day. So we're overproducing for that. Planks. So that's going to be producing 9 planks per day. What's that? 9 sets of 2. And each one's going to require 1 log. So that's going to take a total of about 15 logs, and we're producing 19. So I think we're good there. So we'll adjust later on if we need to. And there are plenty of axes in resource storage. All right, so we're good. Now, this one, what's she got? All 1s and 2s, no good. So let's just get some romance in place. All the first set of questions again, so they're all positive.
Goodbye. Hello there.
So this is all positive again because it's the first set of questions. Alright, she needs to think. Is he hireable? No. She's too young. Alright, but, so that's the recruitment and the romance bit done. But we are here to find this woman called, let's just activate that, to find Kestrel. And it just tells us that she's in this circle, if you look at that exclamation mark with the circle at the bottom. Now she happens to be in this hut here. And she's very drunk. And this is where we're going to need to have that. Kestrel, is that you? I'm Rasimir Jordan's nephew. Are you there? Do you hear me? This is pointless. You're drunk as a lord. Don't worry, I'll come back. So this is where we actually have to go off, and we actually need to find a potion of sobriety. And remember, we just found one of those along the way. So we can give that to her, and that clears up her drunkenness. So we start again. My name is Rasimir. Now this is a really long conversation, and the upshot of it is that let me see, the group had this job to do, and she found your uncle Jordan. He was negotiating with this guy, and then she ended up seeing him kill this guy. And the group split up after this because he broke the rules in some way. And turns out she knew that the father of the child was Unighost. But anyway, she turned to drinking drugs or whatever. And the group broke up. And your Uncle Jordan was a bit of a rat and a murderer. So that's what we find out here. So anyway, long story, but that's what she tells us. So as you can see, a bit of a book read there. Right, back to the quest. So Unighost story. So we have to talk to Dieter. So he was the medic who, if we had followed along with that story, he was the one who looked at Jordan's body, Jordan being your uncle, when he died. So he knows, I guess, whether Jordan was murdered or not. But it turns out that after the group broke up, your Uncle Jordan died under suspicious circumstances and was potentially killed, but we're about to find out from this guy called Dieter, and we have to go find him. So if we just go to map, he's actually, we are here coming out of Hornica, and he's in this circle here. You need to be careful going over there. There are going to be wolves on our right. So, discovered animal spot wolf. So if we just look at map, and we look at where the wolves are, they're actually over to our right. So it means that we shouldn't run into more than one. There might be one on the edge of their territory here. But we can handle one with the axe as mentioned, but it's just if they gang up on us with 2s and 3s, then that's always the issue. So it brings us to this spot here. If we just go back to map. So we kind of skirted the wolf area here. Now we want to go kind of straight. And just going back to the animal map, just so we can see where we are in relation to the wolves. They are still on our right. So we should, unless one's right on the edge of their territory, be okay from the wolves. Now this brings us into bison. So you need to keep an eye out for those guys now. I'm just going back to the map. So here's our circle. We're actually inside the circle now. And what you're really looking for is it's actually right on the far edge there. So that's a moose, so we're okay. So here we are. So just going back to the map. We're right here in this circle. And there is Dieter, who pretends he's deaf to start with, but he's not. So you go through this conversation, and it kind of confirms that Jordan was murdered. But he wants to escape from here. So we have to talk to Kestrel because he wants a horse and everything. So it cannot be. My uncle really was killed with all of the ruses he created during his life. It seems almost ironic for him to die in one. The medic seems terrified for his life. The killer or killers surely must be someone to fear. So we still don't know who the killer is. Alright. Now this area, we do have some things we can take. It's all pretty heavy though. So we're gonna take it and just drop it if we get overweight. But lots of planks and lots of wood there. Bucket, which we'll take. So we'll sell all these things off. They're really not worth very much. But there is a flat straw hat. That's worth something. And a longbow. Only 50% though. And he doesn't seem to mind us taking all this. But we've got some poisoned copper arrows. So that's useful because we are pretty low on arrows. Bunch of firewood. This is going to be heavy again. So I'm not sure. Yeah, we're overweight now. So we'll go back to Hornica. We have to speak to Kestrel anyway. Oh, and a wheel. Alright. So let's head back to Hornica. So I think we got everything from there. Now route that we want to take. It's going to be pretty much this again. So just avoiding all of the nasties. So I'll see you once we get there because I don't think we're going to run into anything. Or if we do, I'll come back. Oh, there's a Wisent. So I think we are good from the Wisents. Just checking the map. So it's just down here to that river and then across to the left. Alright, see you when we get back there. So we're just heading back into Hornica now. So what I tend to do... Oh, is that a wolf over there? It is. Okay. Yeah, that's the wolf area there. What I tend to do is build a resource storage right there. Because it's close to Hornica and a lot of trading goes on in Hornica because the number of traders here. So yeah, I guess that would have been our first wolf fight there. But no need. All they do is give us some meat that we don't need and some fur that we don't need. Alright, so where are we? So we talked to this guy Dieter and we found out that our uncle really was killed. So let's just find Kestrel. She's either going to be in the bar or on the way to the bar. Yep, in the bar. You were right, Jordan was murdered. So we need to arrange his escape from the valley. So a horse, some supplies, and someone to protect him on the way. Great work. What do you need to get for him? You can leave the horse to me. Close to Leonard, owner of the nearby stable. He's over on the right there. So I'm sure I'll figure something out. You need to get the rest. Okay, for supplies, we should give him some coins, preserved meat, and a water skin as for protector. Try talking with Domagoj. He lives in Jezerica. So now we have to go off to Jezerica. So we are a little bit overweight. Now, that means the taxi driver actually charges you a little bit more if you're overweight. So this guy...
I hope you like it here.
he sells a lot of iron ore, which could be useful later on. Now this guy here, he sells all sorts of things. But he's got the entire range of bronze weapons, copper weapons, and iron stuff as well. But most notably, he has an iron crossbow and also iron bolts. So we can go to endgame weaponry here once we have the money. So how much actually is the iron crossbow? Yeah, that's 2.2. So we could actually afford it now just, but the bolts are quite expensive. So he has the iron bolts as well, but they're 75 apiece.
Goodbye.
So, yeah, that's not going to work out for us. Oh, but we are overweight, so let's just see what we can get rid of. We picked up things like that wheel, for example, that we can get rid of. So arrows we want to keep, bucket we want to keep, firewood we want to keep for now. Iron axe, iron knife, iron ore, we can get rid of this actually. It's only 3 and we'll pick up a lot later on. Longbow we can get rid of. Logs we'll keep, basket no, planks we'll keep. And we'll just put all this in our resource storage at home. Roasted meat, that's a lot of roasted meat. Salt, get rid of, get lots of that later on. Oh yeah, we don't actually need all this meat, so let's sell it. That's going to be quite heavy. Going to keep some for a snack, because we are hungry. Simple torch, stone arrows, stone axe. Nope. Get rid of that. It's easy to get rid of later on. This click there. So let's just go to the bottom. There was a wheel, wasn't there? Don't need that. 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 And we want to keep everything else. So we're down to 43 kilo.
Have a nice
Good.
day.
Alright, taxi. So Unigos story, we need to go to Domagoj. So this is our first visit to Jezerica. So there are 2 traders here. A fisherman and the person in the tavern there. Okay, recruitment. You? What do you got? So he is a 3, but only in hunting. No, he's a 3 in farming. Yeah, let's take him. He'll be useful once we increase our farming, which we will do. So let's do that.
Oh, it's you again.
Creating a new settlement. Great, see you there. Okay, as always, when we hire somebody, first thing we need to do is give him somewhere to live. So he's got 2 women to choose from. It doesn't matter which one. And assign workplace. So we'll put him in the farm shed. Now we don't need this many people in the farm shed this early. That's clear. But he does have the right skills, and being in the farm shed, he will start skilling up, so that when we are needing more assistance on the farm, i.e. we've got a lot more going on, then we're going to have the firepower to do it. Now this woman here, she is a 3 in diplomacy, which doesn't really help us. These 1s and 2s all the way through. Okay,
Hello.
romance. First set of questions again, all positive. So she needs to think. Alright, now Domagoj. He is over here. So I've come to ask for your help. So Kestrel said you owe her. What does she need? There's this old man who needs escorts. Can't help you. Why? Because I don't have a crossbow anymore. So he lost his crossbow to Ida, the Riddler, over in Borrowo. So we're going to have to go get it back. Now, if we go to this trader down here...
I hope you like it here.
So he's a fisherman. He sells lots of fish, as we could see. And he's got 44 fish meat. Now, when we go to Ida, she's going to say, well, I need you to do me a favor. And the favor that she wants us to do is actually to go get 20 fish meat. So if we go to Ida first in Borrowo, here, she tells us she needs 20 fish meat. Now, if you look at the trader here, she only sells fish meat in maybe 1s and 2s. And if we've got to find 20, we're not going to be able to do it there. So we're going to have to come back to here to buy the fish meat. But knowing all this in advance, as we do,
Best goods in the fun.
we can buy the fish meat here. So let's do that. So otherwise you're bouncing backwards and forwards between Borrowo and here. And this saves you a trip.
See you soon.
Alright, so get a crossbow for Domagoj. Now that is speaking to Ida in Borrowo. So let's head back to Borrowo. Just coming up to Borrowo where Ida is now. So I made a point of eating, drinking and having a bath, but I also romanced the women in the village there that we're making, because we hadn't romanced all of them today, so that's been done. So Ida, we need to find Ida. So this is activated. Why isn't it telling us where Ida is? That's not her. Okay, I need to go find Ida. I don't know why it's not telling us where she is. Oh, there she is. This time I need Domagoj's crossbow from you. Come on, don't be like that. How much for it then? Don't forget it. I'm in a time critical situation. Coins would be no good to me. I need you to do something. Alright. So now, if we look at what she wants us to do, deliver to Ida 20 fish meat. Okay, there you go. So just going J, get a crossbow for Gomager. So we should have that in our inventory now. It's not showing it, but I think we do have it. There it is. Yeah, it's over in this icon. Domagoj's crossbow. Okay. Quest completed, angler without a cause. So now we can get back to Jezerica, and I think that's what we have to do, right? Get a crossbow for Domagoj. And just activate that one. So I think that means we go back here, yes, and give him his bow back. Alright. But it's getting towards the end of the day. So we got another notification in the top left there, and that is going to be that our farmers, because we've got 2 now, right? Oh, I didn't check the people up here. Just give me a second to go back and check that. Right, at the campfire. So this is the one we're too young for, isn't it? Yeah, 3 in diplomacy, and we cannot romance her. Yeah, a little too young. Now, this one, Kunagunda. So what are you? 2s across the board, romance. How are you doing, beautiful? So we're in the second set of questions. You have exceptionally beautiful eyes. I don't think that's positive. Many people are talking about farmer from the south comes down lazy with diligence would be an inspiration. Oh, plus 15. Nice. This athletic figure of yours is quite impressive. What's the difference between a woman's argument and life? Okay, so they never like jokes. Haha, I think they like that one.
A whole village entirely by himself.
A swarm of butterflies assaults my stomach. A bit corny. Do you ever wish to be unintelligent? Let's go that one. Affection changed plus 5. Affection maxed out, so we can actually marry her now.
Good luck.
Question is, do we want to? Have to think about that. Because she's only got skills
How
of
can I
2.
help
It'd
you?
be
See you
more,
around.
be more efficient to marry somebody with a skill set of 3. Oh, let's go ahead and do it.
Hello there.
All right. How are you doing, beautiful?
Travelers in
Oh,
this
I need some
realm
time.
are
Okay, so we can't marry her till tomorrow anyway.
Myself included.
Meantime, what skills
You
do
know,
you have?
I'm something of a village head
How are
myself.
you?
Bit of romance here. Empathetic, sensitive woman like yourself. I think that's positive.
You're so handsome.
No.
Why don't you have a wife? Goodbye.
Okay. Well, let's see. What do we need to do? I'm going to go end up back in Gostovia and make a couple more buildings tonight. Probably just villager huts. Meantime, I'm just going to
Oh,
take
it's
a
you again.
quick trip to Branica just to see if there's anybody here worth hiring.
Sometimes I get a
Okay,
feeling
you.
that the locals frown upon us.
So he's a 3 in the first one. So he's a 3 in extraction, which is exactly what we want.
Hello there.
Perfect. I'm creating a new settlement. Greats you there. So that's now somebody in our well. So just go to management, go back to him. Empty slot, assign house. So he's got a choice of 2, so he can move in with her. Assign workplace. So this one tells us that there's nobody there. So let's go into there, assign work. So let's just go to the well. I don't think we need to ask the well to do anything specific. Oh, we do, because it's got 2 choices here. Well, let's bring them both over to here. So escape and F. And we want him to just be making buckets of water. Now the well is where somebody tends to skill up faster than anywhere else as well. So he's going to be producing 3.62 buckets of water per day. And that's going to be plenty for the number of villagers that we currently have. So we just need to check with the workshop that we're actually producing that many buckets per day. Because otherwise, he's going to run out of buckets. So she is producing, that's the woodshed. We want production, workshop. So she's only producing 1.45 buckets per day, so we're liable to run out of buckets there. So let's just keep that in mind. So let's just keep an eye on that. We've got a few, she's been making buckets for a few days, so there will be a stock of buckets for now. But at some point it's going to tell us that we're out of buckets, but not in the short term. So extraction, so no resources. Well, oh, that's because that'll clear up tomorrow once he finds that he actually does have buckets, as will all this. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, I'm going to head back to Gostovia. Actually, no, let's head over. We're pretty close. Do we want to go looking for anybody else? No, not really. All right, I'm going to head back to Gostovia, take the free ride, and I'm going to get those final 2 buildings up. I'm just going to make villager huts. And then that will put us on to chapter 8. And I'm going to end the episode here and hope to see you tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Bye.